Ooh, I don't know, eye boogers. I recently fell in love with a little drink from Starbucks. Thanks to watching a James Charles video where I saw him get a pink drink, I decided I wanted to get a pink drink, and I really enjoyed it to my detriment. I decided I needed to make A, a more economical version of this drink, and B, a more low-carb, diabetic-friendly version of this drink. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you how I make a version of the pink drink that is, in my opinion, better than the original Starbucks drink. Now, this isn't a copycat recipe. I'm not trying to get it exactly right. I know that there are other recipes online that probably mimic the taste of this thing a lot better than what I'm about to do, but I just want something pink that quenches my thirst for Starbucks. So here we go. So the first thing you're gonna need is some sort of red tea. Honestly, I don't think the flavor matters that much, as long as it's a flavor that you don't dislike. This one is rosehip and hibiscus. I don't know what rosehip tastes like, so I'm not about to say I do not taste the rosehip. I assumed rosehip tasted like rose, but it doesn't, or at least this tea doesn't. But the hibiscus here is really gonna be what makes the tea red. Honestly, it's really just food coloring, and I think there's a little bit of tanginess from the hibiscus, but I could be wrong. That could just be my imagination. Next thing you will need is sugar. Yes, I'm a diabetic, and oh my gosh, I'm using sugar in a recipe? Yeah, believe it or not, I have sugar. If you want to use Splenda or forego sugar altogether in this, that's totally up to you. The wonderful thing about recipes is you can make it how you want to make it. Now, this next ingredient, you might say, Danny, this is unnecessary. You don't need this to make the drink. And you're right, you really don't, but I think this sort of ingredient makes the whole thing more fun and more worth it. And it's a little bougie, but it is dried fruit. Specifically, freeze-dried strawberries is what you need for this recipe, but I like to also, throw in freeze-dried raspberries because why not? And also I have some freeze-dried blueberries. I've never tried it with this, but you know, we're gonna have so much fun today. Why not go crazy? So the next ingredient you'll need is coconut milk, or coconut beverage as it legally has to be called. Hot water. I have a tea kettle. It turns bright red when it's hot, so I assure you it is hot right now. And I'm gonna show you what to do from here. You will also need ice for this recipe. I'm gonna wait till the last minute to get that out though, because I don't want it to melt, because the whole point of this is to make an ice drink, and I don't want melted ice in my drink. That's just tragic. The first thing I'm gonna do is take a tea bag and steep tea. It's really easy. If you never did it before, well, welcome to the world of being a human. My friends got me this mug for my birthday. No comment. Alright, so just make tea like you normally would. Okay, just pouring the hot water. So my sugar has been through the ringer. I put it on the counter and it absorbed all of this moisture and it has solidified. What I have done is kind of broken it up into chunks, and I kind of have sugar cubes of a sort. So that's what I'm gonna do. I have no exact measurements because I'd have to literally break every cube up into the granules it used to be. I recommend like 1 to 2 spoonfuls, whether those are tablespoons or teaspoons are, again, up to you. What is wrong with me? If you want the tea to be infused with dried fruit flavoring, then I recommend you put the fruit in while it's still hot. If you want the fruit to look pretty, then I recommend you wait until you already cool it down, because the fruit will very quickly lose its color and become like dead zombie fruit floating in your drink, which could be unappealing, but the flavor is really good, so you know, you win some, you lose some. I've decided, since this is a visual medium, I will wait until it is cool to add my dried fruit. Unless you're trying to Instagram this stuff, I totally recommend you just add the fruit in now to get the maximum flavor. Before we continue, this is a reusable straw, do not kill me. So I recommend using a whole tray of ice. Make sure you refill it if you're using like your mom's. Once your container is full of ice, I say if you haven't put the fruit in, put it in right now. Freeze-dried strawberries are really interesting. I think of all the freeze-dried fruit, they're probably the best. Although sometimes I feel like they can have a weird aftertaste depending on the brand you get. I think when my mom used to eat Special K and I used to like sneak some for myself, I thought the strawberries in Special K kind of tasted a little weird, a little body odory, if you will. Not a big fan. These ones from Trader Joe's are really good. Don't really have that aftertaste, although some of the other fruits I feel like they have at Trader Joe's I'm not a huge fan of. So dispose of your tea bag. The trick to pouring is doing it fast. That's how you don't spill. And I spilled. Oh. If you want to do this recipe right, I'd say make a small cup of tea. Don't fill your mug all the way up. Maybe do it halfway, maybe a little over halfway. I kind of over poured because I was a little enthusiastic for the camera. But if in the event that this happens, just quickly suck down some of the tea and make room for the coconut milk. Yes, sister. Yikes. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. This is nasty. Can I add just a little more milk? I prefer it a little milkier. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you want to try this recipe down below. Let me know what tea you use instead. Let me know how much sugar you use. I'm really curious how you think you can improve this. This is kind of like light. This is very easy, simple. If you want to get more complicated, if you want like 100 more ingredients, you honey, you go out there and you do that because you do you. Let me know what videos you want to see me do next. And I promise you, I have a couple of tricks up my sleeve that are gonna come up soon, hopefully, if I can get them done in time. Goodbye, have a nice day.